so ons glo. Well, welcome to the Not a Podcast. The Not a Podcast about people playing Ultimate in South Africa. With our host tonight, Janman Gerke.
Hello. It is me.
Marco Dewey, currently our original podcast host, currently on the field after having just skying two defenders over the top, not even with positioning, came down with it immediately, hiked it to the edge, and now showing dominance as well as where the milk comes from, I believe.
It is beautiful.
Brayton with a huge pull. Out of bounds. I believe they'll probably brick it. Janneman, you ran a marathon on yesterday.
2 days ago.
2 days ago. 2 days ago. Okay. How are you feeling right now?
I am feeling happy on the sideline, where I'm not usually that happy. I don't usually feel at home on the sideline. I like to be there on the field and in the action, but today I'm quite comfortable right here. Yeah.
That's good. We see now Mutiny working it up, giving this to Danger Nick. Danger Nick with a bit of a boring reset pass. Marco now on the defender, going straight up. He's looking for a hand block. Oh, Nate running very odd. William with a put. Pivy decides but holsters it for another boring swing. Marco again looking for a hand block. He doesn't care about force. He just wants every single hand block. A reset.
Marco just poaching hard. Did not care about his mark.
As he rightfully could have maybe gotten that D, but now Brayton also deciding to poach off here. I'm not sure what to do with the camera. William with the line. Marco. Surely they score from here. They are breathing on the end zone. Brayton spikes it. Brayton showing dominance and now hucking it deep.
To Pivy?
Yes. Oh, then luckily no one saw that. If Luca kept on running, Pivy not catching his D would have likely resulted in a score. Our thoughts currently, Janman, on what are we seeing on the field?
It was a big shot deep, just trying to get to the territory, not the position. We didn't care about the position. Okay. Get it that side, make them work it up. It's like a challenge. Whether challenging them to work it up, can they do it? We don't know.
Well, yeah, they came far, but seeing as we're actually not actually just doing commentary for the game, Janman, I'd like to get your insights as South Africa's premier cutter, internationally, having skied two sockeye players in the pre-quarters at the US Opens in 2023, as we see a turn from uncharacteristic turn from William. What is your general?
Oh, moonball into the air. Let's just watch that.
Pivy
coming down with
yes. What is your general vibe about Ultimate in South Africa, particularly pertaining to the mixed versus open scene?
The people here do love their mixed for some reason, which is unclear to some of us. As we saw in the US, big open scene, they really challenge each other there on the field, make each other work hard, and they are still the number one in the world as far as I know, yeah.
Okay, a double combination of both out and down the discus turn. Will Marco just
send it?
Book it deep. That is going to Narnia. And Kevin with a slight misread did not believe. Marco with the opinion that we couldn't let them work it up. Good cut, Kev! Nearly got it! Cam now marking up. So sorry, as we rudely interrupted our interview with South Africa's premier cutter, Janman, please consider sharing your thoughts. Do you have any hot takes regarding the? That's definitely down. I heard the disc.
There was a bit of a tumble and a drop and out.
Yeah, was that a combination, like a deadly out?
Again?
Yeah, we can maybe get a bit of a optical zoom here. The granularity just went straight into the ground. The wind playing a mass and Kevin, you're inside, but jumping. Oh, didn't get that on film. Okay, straddle called. So Safta has a proposal. Oh, that is
on
clean.
the straddle. So,
Yes.
have you read the rules? Do you know what a straddle is?
Straddle, I believe, Joneman, is when you catch the disc and you have 1 foot, after retaining possession of the disc and having it under control, having 1 foot inside the end zone, 1 foot outside the end zone, or just having a foot on the line of the end zone.
I do think that's what most people think it is, but that's not what it is at all in the rules.
Okay, Joneman, please enlighten us about what a straddle is.
I can't remember now, but it's something completely different. But maybe we should.
So the takeaway from this is we probably don't know our rules, and you shouldn't take anything we say seriously at all.
Exactly.
We're joined now by our actual host of the podcast.
No, Yanaman's the new host. He's been crushing it, I hear.
Guest of the podcast, not host anymore. Marco Dewey back on the field with some massive heroics. Marco, can you just give us a hot take regarding again the Safta proposal to mix the seasons up?
Oh yeah. I did I share this last time?
Surely.
I don't even know. I never listened either.
We are, for all intents and purposes,
who knows?
A one-trick pony. We have one message. We are mostly
we're a propaganda machine. For Opens Ultimate.
There we go.
Yes. So you can guess which side I'm on, and it's definitely the side that has Opens swapping to the first part of the year next year.
But as we see Brayton,
and then swapping again, so we have exclusively Opens and Women's Ultimate.
As we see Brayton pull the disc, can we delve slightly deeper into why?
Not just there he goes. Now he just lets it fly. Somehow we're still surprised by this. The Matis team just letting people run deep right now.
So as Pive has a reluctance to arc a deep downwind, to not arc a deep downwind when he has possession of this, I believe that's what we are saying.
He holstered for a second there. He's been just firing the cannon right from the start downwind, which to be fair, I've been doing too. The score's wrong, by the way. It should be 4-2. I made sure of that while I was out there, getting that upwind break.
Yeah, that was pretty big.
Yeah, you got to just let it cook upwind. Mutiny's trying to play small ball and work it upwind nicely. No, we're just firing shots upwind into triple coverage, and who's stopping us? No one, clearly.
Well, Marco, to be fair, we didn't catch it on camera, but does he get it on the second attempt? No, it does not. Your stealing of the disc over 2 defenders, not with positioning, just over them. Was that just an assertion of dominance, saying I can still get this? I
have no idea who it was, but yeah, absolutely.
Oh, as Mutiny turns the disc again. So back to our propaganda machine.
Yeah. Of course.
We were just using the metaphor of Pivey's, what do you call it, proclivity to just chuck the disc downfield to someone like Danger Nick, and our proclivity for playing opens compared to mixed.
So walk me through the metaphor.
Yeah. So Pivey likes to arc it downfield.
Yes.
Oh, same as like Brayton. The same proclivity for Brayton to just have first look turfs and throwaways. So
did you catch me standing over the disc here and then Brayton coming in and just hucking it?
Oh, we have that on disc?
No, I don't think we have. I don't think we have. Uncharacteristic turn by Danger Nick. So we have the same proclivity for enjoying to play opens. So
as much as they enjoy
Brayton likes throwing the disc away immediately.
Pivey enjoys just hucking it to Danger Nick.
That's a metaphor we're going for. Correct. Would you like to expand on that at all? As we see,
let it ride. As Brayton just lets it ride to no one.
Again, now blaming Luca. I think we call that victim blaming. Jared is on the field. Oh, it goes for inside break.
I was marking that guy on the field.
Nick. You're also poaching quite a bit. But,
I was poaching excessively.
Yeah, that was it worked.
Because I didn't back him throwing the disc upfield, and he never did. So I wanted to trap him here on the sideline and then just see what happened. And it led to 4 turnovers, but oh well. Is Janeman going on the field now?
I believe Janeman. So during our interview earlier, Janeman said that he usually feels very uncomfortable, off the field. Just to maybe stand in a way that you shield the microphone from.
Oh, yes. So I won't look you in the eyes. I'll just stare into the abyss in this direction. No problem.
Maybe use your hand as a shield.
That's a better idea. Then I can look at you and not just be like, "What's up, Stefan?" Of course, they can't see us, so what do they know?
Yeah. Again, Natalie, if you're listening to this, shout out.
Shout out to Natalie.
Hope your head is sore.
Shout out to Natalie and moms.
Yes, mom, shout out. You know what? Let's just take this moment once again.
Who should we shout out?
Shout out to moms. Just all moms in general. Shout out to moms.
10 out of 10.
Agreed. Look on now giving a big team talk.
Screaming at them.
Why are we turning the disc? It's not necessary to turn the disc.
It's not really a question of why. It's more of a question of who, and we all know the answer. Oh, to be fair, I have a turn now because I sent it up to Kevin. But
yes.
that was an absolute moonball.
Brayton ready to...
No. Don't dump. Just let it ride. This is how they get the break back. Send it, Yaneman! No, Yaneman, you know better than that.
Brayton surely won't holster this disc. Oh, wow.
A classic Tion move there. We're going to get killed by our own team when this goes on air. I have a lot to say.
I'm somewhat torn between getting in onto the action myself, tearing all the muscles in my body.
Yeah.
And just standing next to the field, talking mad smack for people really putting in a lot of hustle and effort. Wow.
We're good. Don't worry, anyone.
That's
was to no one.
But
okay.
again,
Pivy
learned from Marty's.
Vion's not
disc.
Vion's gonna try and make a good pass.
Oh yes, looking for a reset. Yaneman electric, that pace. Vian again with the disc straight into the ground. Should work a bit on that backhand.
Did we mention that Yaneman ran 46 Ks 2 days ago?
Yes, we did.
Okay,
we did.
Because what he's doing out there now is pretty impressive.
That is.
Oh. Hey, never mind. Yaneman's washed. It's okay. Louis and patience. Okay.
Straight
Mutiny
through.
breaks back upwind.
That is tough. After Marty's had downfield position, a lot of momentum. Mutiny is here for the upwind breaks, as shouted by, I believe, William Lyons.
Again, who puberty hit like a dump truck.
A dump truck, yes. Back it up.
Shout out to puberty.
Shout out puberty. We now have a returning host of the podcast, Yaneman. Returning back to the field, and I think I will hand over my duty as host to just kind of get a bit of a stretch going next to the field. Yaneman, would you mind coming for an interview? Marco is going to ask you a couple of questions.
They got it. You got it! Marty's apparently needs some people on the field. Mark's coming! You don't need me for upwind. I'm exclusively downwind player only. Oh, thank you, Yaneman.
Just look at the people shouting.
I wish we could turn this to see Stefan stretching aggressively. Yeah. He's got to figure out how to zoom out. Oh, no, that's zooming.
There. That is beautiful.
Clearly the action that people want to see.
Did you not get Williams' guttural...
No, we were zoomed in on your ass.
The absence of it.
Yes. That's why we're bad ultimate players.
But yes, you had some questions for me.
Oh yeah, why didn't you just huck the disc immediately going downwind?
It's a good question.
Yeah. I thought we taught you better.
You did. It's absolutely not the people's fault to teach me how to play ultimate.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, I take full responsibility for that.
Yeah. I'm sure Yanku shouted at you many times to when going downwind.
Just send it.
From your own quarter of the field. Or even, dare I say, your own half. Let it ride. Now, I would argue we should do that upwind as well. Oh.
Some people do try.
Some people. My bad. Cam. to Mark.
To Cam.
Back to Cam. And now Cam
And just
letting
send
it fly. Oh, Cam not letting it fly to
fly.
Kevin, even though he's got big distance. Oh.
Brayton will let it fly.
Oh. Two Monty's players cutting into each other there. Never mind.
We go with a big layout, but dropping the disc.
Did Brayton throw that? Okay,
Yes.
no comments further.
Nick sending it to Louis.
Something's
I don't know if that was
Ivy off
ever
the field,
in the field.
yelling at Danger Nick about how to throw a flick.
Some of Bobby's throws did land infield.
That is true. If we're going off of flicks infield versus outfield, Pivy is leading. Although completion percentage, I don't know. Hot take, Yonaman. Is it better to turn it over in the field or out of the field?
Well, it depends where it goes out.
Depends where-
I mean, if
That's
you get
true,
it
that's
out
true.
all the way down there,
Yeah, if you get it out the back.
doesn't really matter.
Uh-oh.
If you just throw it out right where you are,
Yeah.
that's not so great.
I think I'm potentially the worst cameraman. I've missed all of the action. Danger Nick wanting to hammer, I can tell. Disappointed he has to reset. But Willow, surely. Cross field. Sure, that's a
Beautiful
grab.
timed pass
Yeah.
when he was just looking away.
A beautiful. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah,
a
sending it
hospital
to
pass into the
everyone.
stack.
Nate's got it.
Now huck it, Nick, to assert dominance. Oh, right into Nick's face. Okay, Luca climbs the ladder, as Dylan likes to say. Danger Nick, surely about to
Surely
let this
send
ride.
it.
Oh,
Oh, maybe he's still feeling
I
it
don't know.
from
this
the
guy-
one that he
Louis will huck
threw
it.
out.
Louis
He
with
will
the
send
classic
it.
throw and then
No.
yelling, "You got time," because no one knows if it's going to be in or not. A big jeepers from Louis. Wow, that looked like play stopped long ago.
Score was gold.
I have absolutely no idea.
There was a bit of confusion on field, but who cares?
If you're
Did it affect play? Probably not.
if you're chatting to Monty's right now, what would you say? Yeah, Kevin's coming over.
Kevin, would you mind doing an interview? Would you mind doing an interview?
Clearly gassed.
Doing an interview.
Also can't hear anymore.
Can't hear anymore.
You guys gonna get on?
Are you going on?
No, they're fine.
They're fine. So, I didn't prepare at all for this.
No, neither did I.
I feel like professional podcasters / interviewers have prepared questions. We've known each other for almost 6 years now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds right.
Sounds about right. We spend most of our time in silence.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
We know how to not speak.
yeah, we are exceptional at not talking to each other. So this is awkward for all parties.
Exactly.
Let's give the audience a taste of what that's like. Just throw it, Cam. Oh. Someone surely catch that disc. There we go.
It is good.
I didn't film any of that.
For the viewers out there.
For anyone who's watching along, I am so sorry. I filmed 0%. I was just busy staring off into space. Oopsies. Have fun out there, Yanaman.
They've got 7,
Oh no, Yanaman just leaving the field. Okay, score is tied at 5. Time for awkward commentating with Marco. Brayton begins the count off aggressively, as per usual. Will his pole plus or minus 6 seconds hang time? He got one at like 8 earlier that he just moonballed up to about half field. Okay, not a moonball. Let's see. Brent picks up to Danger Nick. Danger Nick scans downfield, sees no one open, really wants to hammer. Upline to Pivy. Pivy surely won't holster, and he does not. Just lets it ride through the back of the end zone to no one. Brent from the sideline. Now we press. Oh, Stefan back, ending awkward commentating with Marco.
What did I miss? I'm busy doing a bit of a warm up, ready to maybe run it back on the fields now. Doing squats off camera.
We interviewed Yanaman very briefly, asking him why he didn't huck the disc.
His response?
He's very apologetic. It won't happen again. And then we gave the viewers a taste of what it's like to ride with Yanaman and I in the car to Cape Town. And we just stood in silence for a minute.
Was that the cancel minute?
No.
Sponsored by Louis on the field tonight.
I do have a new hot take for the cancel minute.
Oh, Marco, please share.
Okay,
please
so
share.
Yesterday after Springfest, I went out to I rode in with Mia, so we were driving out together, and so we went to lunch with some UCT people, chatting about Ultimate in South Africa. And Jason mentioned that Ultimate in South Africa is trash.
No, why would Jason say something like that?
Oh, well, because it is trash. Now, I agreed.
Noted.
I agreed. And to my surprise, and I think to Jason's surprise as well, everyone else at the table was quite shocked at our take. And we were like, well, statistically, we suck internationally. Like, we just get the doors blown off us by pretty much everyone. So there's not much.
Everyone and their moms. Again,
yes,
shout out
to moms.
Shout out to moms.
Big Mom podcast. Not a podcast.
Yeah, big mom energy.
Big Mom. Anyway, we were like, what's your evidence for us not being absolute trash at Ultimate? And really couldn't come up with any. So they started giving like excuses, like, well, we don't have the facilities that people in the US have. Or whatever. Again,
facilities?
It doesn't matter. We're still trash at Ultimate. So we continue the conversation. And we're talking about Cam wants to go play in the US. Because he wants to experience competitive Ultimate.
Yes.
And he was like, but one of the things in the US is they don't have spirit. Like, they don't do spirit really at all. They don't do the spirit circle. You just kind of clap for the other team at the end of the game.
Yeah, why would you do anything?
I kind of reactively said, yeah, that's the best part about playing in the US is the lack of spirit. And there was some shocked looks from quite a few of the Cape Town people, specifically the women, being like, this is the point of Ultimate.
Oh.
Obviously, we don't want to play competitive. We want the spirit. He said it gets, to quote one of them, and I won't name names, mostly because I don't know any other names, but he said, the spirit of the game is the reason that Ultimate doesn't have toxic masculinity, whereas other sports that are more competitive do. So this is my toxic take of the day, and the conversation I had with them is that Spirit is incredibly toxic in South Africa, and that it's actually less toxic to not have the Spirit circle.
Let's hone in on that hot take, Marcus.
Okay.
Are we prepositioning that the way Spirit is run, specifically in the Cape Town region,
Yes.
is more toxic than toxic male
Competitiveness.
okay, toxic male competitiveness. Right. So, do you have any examples or reasons for saying this?
Yes. So I think most people who love Spirit of the game, and specifically love the Spirit circles, have not spent much time on a losing team. They get to be like, hey guys, nice game, we beat you, here's a 12 or whatever. They don't get to be on the receiving end of having to listen to someone be like, hey, you have potential, you were really great out there. When you scored that single point, we were really impressed and we clapped for you. It's probably the most toxic thing I've had to sit through. I really just want to not talk to them at all. I really hate having to chat about my loss with the person who beat me after my loss while they have a smile on their face and they're like, you'll get us next time maybe. Meanwhile, lying through their teeth because they know that we're not going to get him next time. There you go, Luca.
Big shot. Oh, Louis too big at the end zone. So what I'm hearing, Mark, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Maybe digest this. It's if we need to distill it down, it's kind of like the big fish in a very, very small pond that are. Ooh, I'm distracted by another deep look. And bookends on getting skied and getting the sky back. So a very big fish in a really small pond.
Yes.
That basically poop on all the small fish and then tell the fish, oh, you should be so glad you got pooped on this evening. And we're going to keep this pond as small as possible. We don't actually want actual predators in this pond because we like pooping on small fish.
Yeah, so that's part of it. I also think part of it's just that they straight up lie. Like, it's not genuine. Spirit isn't genuine. They don't actually mean what they're saying. And therefore, I think it's toxic.
Now, Marco, on that note again, what do you make of teams losing against the same teams, and then there's a directly inverse relationship between the spirit they give the team and whether they won or not?
Well, that's part of the toxicity of the Spirit point system, is that they clearly are just like, oh, you lost the game, but we'll make sure you win the Spirit points as this pity prize because you were smiling while you were losing. Okay, Pivy, just letting it ride. No. Tough for both of them there.
Louis on the receiving end. Let's just take a brief interlude on that big arc to actually just see if any of the audio that we have recorded this evening actually went through the microphone.
Or else this will be awkward for all of us.
So we've come back, and I think we've established that the audio recording does indeed work.
The V on Waddle at full speed.
You know, we've potentially scuffed the audio now, replugging in the port.
Did we mess it up?
Maybe. There's no way to tell. Again,
You
this
guys
is
have me
Schrodinger's
waddling, you don't need
interview.
audio for that.
Yeah, but we need audio for right now.
Hello.
So this is a halftime interview.
Have you been watching the game?
Friend of the
kind
show.
of.
Kind of?
Friend of the show.
Okay.
Titan of South Africa.
What are your thoughts so far?
Not enough elbows and faces.
Not
More
enough elbows
elbows
on
in
faces.
faces,
Print
yes.
that on a shirt. Get it on a bumper sticker. You heard it first here.
Elbow face. That feels like a personal attack. What would you be saying to the Monty's boys right now, down 8-5 at half?
More waddling. More waddling.
More waddling.
I thought I was gonna be like Janeman, just gonna stand here and speak quiet.
Janeman talked. Janeman was the co-host.
time interview with Luca.
Luca coming over. And we are back. Played a couple of points, realized I'm complete ass at the game. Too small in the end zone, and got some retrospection or some introspection at least.
Okay, yeah.
About, I think, something.
To put it in perspective, we went on the field, and then Mutiny continued to just score points on us.
Yeah.
We did nothing.
Were highly ineffective. We got some turns, but it was mostly throwaways. So after the ad break, to just bring it back around to the spirit in Cape Town. As I nicked the disc and didn't catch it, and I realized if I was on the field and my teammate, I would have called too small. He's too small, indicating with my hand next to my calves that I was
the classic Alex Adkins.
Yes, shout out Alex
small.
Adkins Rock Collection. Big fan.
Shout out to Alex Adkins Rock Collection.
And immediately a player was smiling, walking towards me, a Mutiny player, and he wanted a high five. Now, in that moment, I thought, but why should I?
So you were angry because
I was
you
very
didn't
angry
get the
at
disc.
myself.
You thought you were going to get the disc.
Yes.
It went off your fingertips, and then they caught it in the end zone.
Yes.
So you were
I was pissed at myself.
Yes.
Not the other team. This was purely an internal struggle I was working through at the time.
Okay.
And in that moment, I perceived. I asked myself the question: why should I, in my state of being highly upset with myself, in particular, acquiesce to a request to validate someone else's score on the field? Why should that be if I don't do it, it's considered bad spirit. To not immediately shove down all my emotions, I'm feeling right in that specific second because someone else wants a high five, because that is good spirit.
Yes.
Now, is that good spirit, Marco, or am I just a trash human being?
No, this is the toxic part of spirit. You should just go celebrate with his team. Why is he coming up to you to get a high five from you immediately after scoring on you? That to me is quite toxic in terms of let's say competitiveness. We're out here competing. Let's compete. Okay? We don't have to be best friends out there. We're out there to compete. You saw it last night with France versus the Springboks. They went at each other for 80 minutes. It was only the final whistle blows, whatever. Guys are crying on the field. Springboks aren't going up to him. High five. Nice work out there, France. Really enjoyed playing you. Great spirit. Nah, they were devastated. They let him be devastated. They went and celebrated with their own team.
Thanks, and I think on that bombshell, as the lights go out at the Scoville Oval, we close out another not episode of a
Definitely
podcast.
not a podcast.
Definitely not a podcast.
Shout out to Natalie for listening.
Shout out.
No one else made it this far.
In general.
It's only Natalie.
Thank you, Natalie. You are one and only beacon of hope. Good luck with the headaches.